Kara Curry Parker here with your weekly Human Design Evolution Report. Things are still a little bit intense out there. Remember, we are in a cycle right now of unexpected Uranus endings in the 42, gate 42. So we're in this really powerful cycle where things are coming apart, and they're coming apart not necessarily in the way in which we think they would naturally come apart. There's an unexpected quality whenever Uranus comes into play, and those unexpected twists and turns and revelations can bring things apart, sometimes in shocking kind of cataclysmic ways, and we're going to continue to see that energy playing for quite a while. So buckle your seatbelts, and most importantly, as I said last week, practice in a disciplined, consistent way how to stay aligned and centered with your truth. Those unexpected endings can be collective, they can be personal, they can be familial. It's all over the energy of what we're in right now, that things are shaking apart at the same time as they're shaking apart. They're shaking apart because we are getting clearer and clearer and clearer about what it is that we're wanting, what it is that we are desiring, which is the energy of this week, and what it is that we're really intending to create. The more aligned we get with what it is that we want, the more anything that's out of sync or out of vibrational alignment with that wanting starts to fall away. So let's talk a little bit about what's up for this week. This week the sun is transiting in the 30, the earth is transiting in the 29. The 30 is called the gate of desire, and it's a very alchemical energy. It's the drive, and in traditional I Ching it's called the clinging fire, the drive and the fire to hold on to a vision in order to bring it forth into form in an experiential way. Okay, it's a very, very creative energy. In fact, when I see it in a chart, it's oftentimes a marker of somebody who is very creative, oftentimes somebody who's here to write or share a story of some kind or a new idea. But let's talk about that energy, and most importantly, let's talk about the energy of desire. In fact, this is a question that comes up a lot. People ask me, why can't we focus on what we want? Why can't we hold the vision of our desires and bring them forth into manifested form? The first reason why you can't hold on to a fixed idea or a vision board or visualize what you want and hold on to the energy that that specific thing that you're visualizing will come into your life. It can, and sometimes it even does. But there's a little bit of a red flag that I want to throw on the play, particularly when we talk about manifesting in the traditional way that we think of as manifesting. We were taught by the movie The Secret and lots of other stuff that has come before and after that you want something, you hold a vision of it, you keep onto that vision, and eventually it manifests, right? And it'll manifest to the degree to which you believe that you're worthy or capable of receiving whatever it is that you're envisioning. There's certain amounts of truth to that formula, but it gets a little bit interesting. The first thing that I want you to understand when we talk about manifesting and the nature of desire is, number one, your authentic self, the true self, your definition and who you really are is very, very powerful. And oftentimes what your real self wants overrides what it is that you think in your head that you want. And if you understand your human design, or you understand anything about the idea of we are conditioned to believe certain things, we are conditioned to think we want certain things, we are conditioned by the collective consciousness to embrace certain qualities and manifestations that we equate with success. We have this mantra that we say a lot of times in the deliberate creation community. We say, I create my own reality, and that's totally true. The question that we learn in human design is, it's not so much whether that is true or not, because it's true, but the question is, who is the I that is creating that reality? Your authentic self and your definition tends to be much more powerful than the person who you sometimes think you are, or the person who's learned to do all these things because they think that's what they should be doing in order to be successful or popular or lovable or valuable, or all the other things that we've learned. So sometimes that journey of discovering who's the I that's creating is very beautiful and profound, And it also can be very enlightening in that it will show you that sometimes what you think you want, or you think you've been told what you want, or you've gotten rewards for thinking you should be creating in your life, are not actually the things your real self, your authentic self, genuinely wants. So I want to encourage you as we play with this energy, this very creative energy, to recognize that the energy of desire is an emotional energy, and that the emotional energy we carry is a vibrational frequency. And the vibrational frequency of your emotional energy is actually a synchronizing energy that synchronizes the magnetic force in your heart. In human design, we call it the magnetic monopole. It synchronizes that magnet in your heart to draw into your life, law of attraction, the things that are in alignment with that vibrational frequency. That's a little bit loosey-goosey when you think about that in the context of making a vision board or affirming or visualizing what you want. The purpose of all of those experiences and all of those practices, and they're very valuable practices, is not so much to magically poof create exactly what you put on your vision board or exactly what you're visualizing. The purpose of those exercises is to stimulate the vibration, the juice, the emotional quality of desire and intensity, and to hold that emotional energy and stimulate with your imagination and the intensity of your desire that emotional response, that excitement, that juice, that passion, that thrill of what would this be like if ... And then letting your heart pull into your experience, collapse from the quantum field into your reality, so to speak, experiences, circumstances, opportunities that are in alignment with the emotional vibration that you're creating from the intensity of the desire that you're experiencing. That's really how we create. So I would say for you this week, as we work with this energy, spend some time imagining what would it be like if, and you can put whatever you want in there. What would it be like if I was working in a job that I loved? What would that feel like? What would that be like? What would it be like if I was in a partnership that was fulfilling and supported and juicy and sexy? What would it be like if I had the feeling and the sense of financial support that allowed me to do what I really feel called to do? What would it be like to live in a place that I love? What would it be like to have friends who really get me? Give yourself permission while this energy is transiting to really hold the note, the vibrational frequency, that alignment piece, that attunement piece with that emotional energy, that intensity that we have kind of working with us already this week. Let yourself hold that note, that vibrational frequency, and tune yourself to that which you really want to be creating in your life, and get your head out of the game. Use your head for imagining, use your head for creating in your imagination, not for doing. Use your head to see in your mind's eye what it would be like. That's what your head's for. Entertain possibilities with that brilliant mind of yours, but don't lock yourself into these fixed, rigid ideas of, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, this is what I need to do to be successful, this is what I should do to set myself up so that I can then go do what I really want to do. Don't do any of that, okay? Just engage yourself in the realm of possibility and allow those envisioning processes of seeing what could be possible to stimulate your emotions and get yourself into that right vibrational alignment. This theme of right vibrational alignment is going to continue on until next week, when we move from this intensity into the energy for abundance, and the reward of that, holding that frequency of energy, the reward for staying in a place of faith that that vibrational frequency can really draw into your life experiences and opportunities that really match who you really are. The reward of that is grace and inspiration, and ultimately manifesting and creating or attracting into your life things that are in alignment with who you really are. And then the I that's creating your reality is not some fake I that somebody told you you should be doing, because that's what real people who are successful do in the world. The I that's creating then becomes the real I, the real you who is worthy of so much support, love, nurturing, abundance in every way. So we'll keep talking about this over the next couple of weeks. Couple of other things just to pay attention to this week. The relationship energy stuff is still a little dodgy. Do not be surprised if secrets keep continuing to be revealed to us. So certainly we're in a cycle where truth is being shown to us. And sometimes those truths can be shocking. They can create revolutions in our lives, in our relationships, in the way in which we see each other, in the agreements that we have with each other. Sometimes when things start to shift and change and fall apart, our instinctive reaction is to try to hold on and control it. Do your best to sit back, let the story continue to unfold, stay in your desire. What do I want? What do I want? What would it feel like to have a community around me that's supportive? What would it feel like to be involved in a collective consciousness that supports peace for everyone? These are the questions and the energies I want you to be playing in as we continue to move through this powerful revelatory process, this powerful energy that's showing us the truth, this powerful energy that's ultimately initiating us deeper into clarity about what it is that we really like to be creating. And don't try to hold on and force it and control it or resist it, but align with it and be present to the shaking apart, because it really is ultimately not a coming apart as much as it is a coming back together in a better way, in a juicier way, in a more abundant way. And that's really kind of the theme that we're playing with all year. I'm going to add a caveat. I added this last week. I'm going to add it again because it's so, so important. Your inner truth, your inner connection with what is truth, your intuition, your instinctive alignment, that clarity that comes from having a regular practice of being still and listening and trusting your own intuition and what is truth for you is paramount to keeping you from getting hypnotized by truths that are not true for you. So really do yourself a favor, as you know, and it's easy in this day and age to be swamped with too much information and swamped with lots of different perspectives and swamped by the energy of collective consciousness. Listen to it, see it, bear witness to it, and then go sit down and be present to whatever that experience is bringing you, and feel in your own being, is this truth for me or not? And trust that inner alignment with what is truth for you, and don't let yourself get swept up into hysteria, emotional drama, intensity, being seduced by false information. It's all potential in the planets right now. It's very easy for us to get confused and lost. And it's not going to get better, folks. It's not going to get better for the whole year. So really, really allow yourselves to move into a space of trusting yourself. It's going to get easy to doubt yourself over the course of the next few weeks. The energies are shifting and self-doubt comes in as a theme. I want you to start now practicing getting grounded, aligned with yourself, focused, connected to your own intuition, and really feeling what does truth feel like in your body, so that you can keep checking back in with yourself. What is truth? What is truth here? And what do I need to do to stay in alignment with what I know in my heart, in my gut, in the essence of my being? What is truth? Okay, that was a lot. Remember, what do I want? Play with your imagination. Have fun with it. Be in the flow. Don't resist. If things start to come apart, bear witness to them. The intensity continues, but it's all amazing. We are moving towards creating something pretty powerful and pretty abundant. So stay present to it, and don't take it too seriously either. Make sure you go out and play. Do something fun. Be good to yourselves. You're worthy of that too. See you next week.